Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy first of the month. Happy Labor Day weekend. All that good stuff. And we are here into Blackheart's Bay, map number 1 of our first best of 5 of the day. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got Adventure scripted by Holpaka, or whatever they've decided to call themselves, but I like that name the best, so I'm going to stick with that one. On the right, it's going to be Exodia stack. We're heading into Blackheart's Bay. We got a little bit of housekeeping to go through first, so let's go ahead and get you all caught up as to everything you need to know. Congratulations, Ninja, on last. So this is the draft style of heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps. So that means that if a first pick Blaze happens, he will no longer be available for the rest of this series. Bans at the top of the screen do not add to that list. They only pertain to the current map draft, so Sylvanas or Lucio could be played in the future of this best of 5 if they are not banned away. There are no baseline tournament bans. We do have bounties available. Teams are eligible for them. We can talk about bounties if they do pop up. If you'd like to know more about the bounties that can be claimed and the bounties that have been claimed, you can use exclamation bracket to get yourself over to Liquipedia, which has all the information you need. Good morning, bathroom. What's up? What else am I missing here? Blackheart's Bay is going to be the first map. It's tournament chosen. We've had Battlefield of Eternity banned out by Exodia stack and Dragonshire banned out by Adventure scripted by Holpaka. Since it's a best of 5, we only have one map ban per team. And it looks like Blaze will be banned away. He won't be making his way into Blackheart's Bay. But let's talk about map draft style. There's multiple ways you can play Blackheart's Bay. One of the ways you can play it is you can roll a solo laner with good wave clear like Azul, Dahaka, etc. Leoric, you know what I mean. So a solo laner who can do double soak from top to mid, and then your core 4 pushes the bottom lane. It's kind of the same premise as Towers of Doom. It's an easy way to kind of correlate it. It's the same way you run Towers of Doom. Why is bottom lane such a priority? Because there's 3 camps you can feed into that lane. 2 siege giant camps, obviously on each side, and then the bruiser camp in the neutral middle position. So that's something we could see teams do. Oftentimes it's usually the core 4 doing double soak rotation from top to mid, and then the solo laner in bottom. Kind of like opposite Infernal Shrines, actually, if you were to like kind of flip the map over. But we'll see what ends up happening here, because the start of the draft is looking pretty simple for both sides. We got a Brightwing Murid on the left-hand side, Tracer to be drafted on the right. By the way, I did start talking with some friends about Mario Party in September. It looks like it'll be happening on the 21st currently, so we'll plan for that in the future. But that's exciting stuff. I'm excited to play Mario Party again. Hogger Rhaegar grabbed on the right side with a Tracer as well. Cho'Gall composition's looking pretty good for Exodia stack. I believe they've played Cho'Gall, though. Let's see here really quickly. Exodia stack. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Oh, all of my tabs refreshed. That's always nice. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google. I appreciate that so greatly. Alright, so get that one, and then let me grab this one. So, Exodia stack, Nova Monstrosity, Abathur, Juice Pirates, Triple Healer, Longboat, Nidus, Probius, Convection. No, they have done Cho'Gall. Exodia stack have done 13 of the bounties. They have not done a Murky. They have not done a Murky, and Murky's worth a triple, so they actually could get 16 bounties if they were to win with Murky sometime today. You have friends? I like to pretend I do. Johanna Cassia on the right, left to be banned, so no blinds in this game, or at least no blinds from those 2 heroes. Lily's still available. Even Arjanis with Suppression Pulse. What else is there to mention other than let's see what we got going on for the draft? I think I've covered everything housekeeping-wise. Right Wing and Muradin, so it's a really simple start to the draft. I mean, they can kind of go any direction. I do like the Dahaka. Gul'dan for wave clear is really good. I still think they could roll Dahaka into a double soak, but here's the thing. I mean, if the enemy team runs 4-1 and you're running a 1-4, your solo laner is going to get bullied and beaten up quite a bit, so you might need to adjust to that. But granted, you could just have the Dahaka play super safe and then let the rest of the team hard push bottom lane. So we'll have to see what ends up happening as the draft will unfurl in front of our eyes. Exodia stack with what? Falstad and Nubrak, so no bounties on the right side being attempted, just going for a single map win. As I mentioned yesterday, we'll probably see less and less bounties throughout the playoffs because teams are prioritizing trying to get victories over trying to get bounties. I think there was more bounty shenanigans during the qualifiers, but, you know, I said that yesterday, and then we immediately had a bounty pickup, so I could be completely incorrect, but either way, Adventure scripted by Hopaka, last pick, gonna need some sort of auto attack damage. Oh, okay, I mean, I mentioned bounties. Valera is a bounty, and we'll see if they can shut down the enemy team Tracer Falstead with this, even Rhaegar as well. I do have to point out, though, the Adventure scripted by Hopaka have Bish, and Bish has, like, the most amazing Hanzo I've ever seen. Hanzo was not banned, and I'm surprised they didn't go for it. But looking for the bounty, we'll see how things work out. Let's get into Blackheart's Bay. Alrighty. Well, happy Sunday, everybody. Happy day before Labor Day, at least in the United States. And here we go. Map number 1 on the left-hand side. We're looking at Adventure scripted by Hopaka. We've got Down for Live, Marielle playing your Gul'dan. We got a Bish Muradin, Hopaka playing Valera, Ren on the Brightwing, and Dahaka to be played by Dead Inside. No fishies to be freed. On the right side, we are going to be seeing Exodia stack with Bad Benny, Anubrak, Copen, Hogger, Dino Tracer, Hazuab's on your Falstead, and we'll have a Yasu Rhaegar. Well, let's go ahead and jump over here. We'll pull away all that so you can get your gambles in. We got a small little pause, so we'll just pull away all that kind of stats and stuff. A Valera game, nice. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, looks like there was a tiny little pause, no big deal. Poor Sharks. Poor Sharks will... Huh! Huh! I saw the pings on the minimap. I got all excited. Alright, whatever. Dubrak burrows in. Going in on Hopaka. Bish getting the phase shift from Brightwing. Did go into the hyper shift level 1, so... Of the 3 Brightwing games we've seen this weekend, we still have Brightwing going for that level 1 hyper shift. Hopaka tries to trade into Tracer, but it doesn't work out. Rhaegar gets the bite on the face. And first blood goes over to Exodia stack if that does sway your Twitch prediction. If that does sway your Twitch prediction. Sorry. Morning allergies are kicking my butt. I'm trying my best to not sneeze and such on stream and sniffle. Let's see, coin camps immediately grabbed on the right, or at least this bruiser camp grabbed on the right, which is going to be providing some coins. Okay. So at the 1 minute-ish mark, actually a little bit more than 1 minute, we'll have Blackheart summoned. A little bit after that, Blackheart will spawn 2 chests. Valera floating in the rotation, trying to see if she can catch someone here for some burst. I'm gonna go ahead and sneak over here on the right, see that Hogger's on this coin camp. He's gonna see the Shimmer. She jumps over, gets a bit of harassment with the Garrote and Sinister Strike, but she'll end up backing away in the end. And Hogger, he considers actually chasing into this. Falstad barrel rolling in, and that's gonna be an immediate dive onto him from Valera, but now this fight is a little offset, and Hopaka goes down. Tracer Dino with another kill. As he's looking to maybe chase down Dead Inside. Does tap the bush, has the enhanced agility, level 1. No, actually, it's tissue regeneration. Doubles back for the drag, but Dead Inside doesn't find anyone there. The enemy team, Exodia stack, focusing on these early game doubloons. Dino looking for the turn in a 4, and we'll be able to get it. All right, how are we doing on Twitch predictions? No believers in the Exodia stack. I am honestly surprised. A Stormbolt from Muradin delays out Copen, a drag from Dahaka. Forces Tracer to recall, while Hopaka dives in once again on this Valera, but gets chunked down to 50% immediately. Man, Valera just struggling in the early game right now, just trying to find any sort of value for the team, but just constantly being shut down. Dahaka will go into the one who collects, so increase the essence collected from minions by 50%. Dark Swarm also deals 40% more damage to mercenaries. So it'd be a good way for Dahaka to go grab camps. And they're going to try and invade this on the right-hand side. Valera dashes in with a Sinister Strike, and Holpaka, oh man, this Valera is not working out too well in the early game as a staggering blow connects into Ren, and that Brightwing does go down. 4 kills early on for Exodia stack, and thank you somebody for putting odds on Exodia stack, so at least we get a payout. Okay. Rhaegar gets the final turn in. Yasuo looks like they'll summon Blackheart's Barrage. First few cannonballs are going to be heading into the mid lane fort front gate. Down in bottom lane, though, Falstad, is he going to be able to get away from Valir, who's made the rotation in? Finally, Valir finding value, and that will be first kill on the left-hand side. 1 to 4 in kills. And maybe this Valir can scale up and find victory for the team. But Exodia stack with a commanding lead early on. Stormbolt missing. Polymorph did connect. And the Blackheart Barrage ends with the mid fort going down. Top lane, yeah, it was literally all shots into mid fort and fort front gate, and that will reduce it to rubble. Okay, so bottom lane gets pushed up a little bit. Valera chilling. Yeah, they are kind of rolling this 1-4 sort of thing. Dahaka's going to brush talk to top lane. The rest of the team, actually, I thought they were going to go and push bottom, but no, they jump over here around the turret since the enemy team is getting close to another one. Opaka low once again. The Falstad autos are raining in, and Tracer takes down Valera. Another kill as the auto attack from Dino comes through, and more auto attacks from Hazu obviously gets the kill, and for Cosmodan. Bad Benny looking to chase after this Ghoul Dam, but can't find anything. I'm going to leave you all on Hogger really quick. I have to blow my nose so bad. Sorry, morning allergies are kicking my butt today. Nubrak will go down to Valera. She finds a kill in the top lane for the allies as the phase shift from Brightwing does come through. At least I managed to jump the mini-map up for all of you, so you didn't miss the kill onto the Nubrak there. And 2 to 6 in kills. 10 talents here coming through soon, favoring the members of Exodia stack. But a second chest phase has been summoned by Blackheart here. Polymorph onto Tracer as Dino looks to harass. A little drain health on, or life funnel. Nope, life drain. There we go, words. Oh, I thought Hazu actually stole one away right there, but no, it was actually Brightwing picked up one of those doubloons. 18 out of 10 needed on the left-hand side, but Falstad and Nubrak are chilling over here, and they have to know. Members of, oh, no way. The staggering blow just missed? What? Please someone clip that. Please someone clip that. How did that staggering blow not hit? How on earth did that not hit? What? Nubrak and friends are gonna be looking for a fight, and they'll find it into Muradin right there. Sorry, I was looking back at the stream so I can hit the clip button. We do have a cocoon onto the Brightwing. Dino is, not Dino, sorry, Valir is gonna be going down. Dead Inside picked up a lot of those gems. Looks for a drag, I do think. I might have hit the totem. The bottom fort goes down. No, not like this! Oh. A lot of coins dropped right there in Exodia stack with a dominant lead in this map #1 best of 5 series in the quarterfinal bracket matchup, right? Quarterfinals? Upper bracket semifinals, excuse me. Yesterday was quarterfinals. Well, back-to-back-to-back barrages, and it's looking scary for Adventure scripted by Holpaka. He definitely is dead on the outside, too. Muradin finds the Stormbolt, stun into Dino, but Gust from Falstad pushes away the isolation into Tracer. There's going to be a purge from Yasuo. Self-cast Ancestral. Yasuo definitely dead here. Definitely dead. Blackheart getting some shots into mid lane keep. With 3 remaining, it's not going to be taken down, but it's going to be at like 25 less HP. Bit of a fight over here breaking out still, or actually continuing. Horrify from Gul'dan. Just as he gets put inside that cocoon. Tracer goes down. Okay, all right. 5 to 10 in kills. A bit of rally here in some of the experience. We'll see the first turn-in coming out from Adventure scripted by Holpaco. Thank you, I appreciate it. Dude, that's insane to me. How did Valeera not get hit by that staggering blow? That is so insane. So the first Blackheart Barrage, yeah, so it's still about 25% HP, but the first Blackheart Barrage over here in mid should take down the fort. I believe the next shots go into the top lane keep. All right, bud, that's enough. Falstad flying over to top lane. Shockwave into a new Barak Burrow Charge. Avatar gets activated. Phase shift from Brightwing with the Peekaboo as Valeera does go down first to Hogger. A gust up against the wall from Hazuabs is looking pretty good. Avatar for Murden should be expiring soon. He has to Dwarf Toss away, trying to get out of here. Bad Benny chases in with a Burrow Charge and an Impale. Beautifully done. Brightwing goes down. Murden to fall next, as this is looking like Dead Inside will be picked off next, but they're going to go for the Gul'dan as well. A Cocoon onto Dahaka will confirm this pentakill.
Team kill!
Mid keep goes down. What's the call right now? Bruiser Camp and Turn-In? Well, they only have 8 out of the 16 needed. Gonna pick up another 2 here, another 2 there, so they're only gonna be 4 shy, I believe, right? No, they're gonna be 2 shy? Wait, none shy, actually. Oh, no, they still are 2, but they have other camps they can grab. Bruiser Camp for bottom, Doubloon Camp on the right, so this will be A-okay for Exodia Stack, who are looking to make this a very quick best-of-5 series and move on to the upper bracket final. Yeah, upper bracket finals up next today. 2 best-of-5s. All right, camp picked up. Doubloons have been achieved. What are we doing over here, though? Down 16 talent tier. We know what's going on over there. Murden Dwarf tosses. Doesn't manage to land a Stormbolt. Dahaka steps up. They look to steal away this Siege Giant camp for bottom, and will be able to do so while the rest of the enemies are currently working on this boss for top lane. Doubloon chests that we're going to spawn as well. Man, oh man, I mean, it's looking rough, and they have to know that it's like, oh, they're probably on boss, but just a little too late on the rotation. More than just, but going in for Bad Benny. 6 Doubloons. A gust from Falstad pushes him away. Short distance flight to the safety of the fort. Nice call from Hazuabs. Bad Benny he's dead, and Hazu's floating around like, maybe I can go pick up those doubloons, but no, it's going to be another slot machine. Oh, one is left behind. Hazu will be able to pick that up. Rhaegar and Hogger turning in. So we'll get another Blackheart Barrage, and where do the shots start? I believe they start in top, right? Bottom? Top? I was right, top. Top lane keep is guaranteed. Another fight to break out around the Sharks over here. A staggering blow. The isolation does connect into Rhaegar. Rest of the Exodia stack kind of back off for a moment. Gust up in 9 seconds, and that's going to be Tracer going down. Yasuo picks up a handful of the gems. They're looking to trade. Yeah, Halpaka's so very low, but no, they turn onto the Brightwing. They can't take her down. A gust from Falstad pushes Dahaka away, and Valeera trying to get out of here. Dives below, out of vision. Waiting for some cooldowns, gets into invisibility, looking to dive onto Yasuo. Pixie Dust applied as we have Murden falling. They do manage to take down the Rhaegar, but unfortunately Valeera does get picked off as well. It is a 9-kill difference between these two teams as Dahaka looks to try and get a Dark Swarm. Falstad finds the kill on the low side of the lane. Horrified from Gul'dan, he still goes down. Falstad flies in. Hogger gets picked off. But I think Dead Inside is going to be taken down here. I don't know if he can trade into Hazuabs, especially with the Anubrak around. Hazu just like, all right, cool, I'm going to go get this Doubloon Camp really quickly. You're still fighting? All right, I guess I'll get a couple autos in.
Team kill.
I mean, you don't need the doubloon if you dang near win off this next. They're not gonna win off the objective summoning, but they're gonna get permanent damage on the core for sure. It's like one cannonball should take down bottom keep, and then the rest of the 11 will fire into the core. So it should be one. Oh wow, that sliver's unfortunate. But still, I don't think the core is gonna be falling here. I think this is just gonna be like maybe down to 50%. Maybe. We're still getting through shielding right now. Another 1k in shielding, roughly. Oh, wow. No, those shots are dealing way more than I thought, actually. All right, there's still a few more, and it's down to 61. 16%. One shot remains. Is that enough to take down the core? Does Falstead, Hazuabs just fly to core and end? 1% on the core, and Hazuabs is just... Oh, wait, no. Winions. The Winions did it. The Winions did it. GG, well played. Winions. Yo, Saddle, what's up, bud? Our sub count went down. Who earns? Let me adjust this on my end, so we can get the Diablo 2 stream. Which team wins Blackheart's Bay? It was Exodia stack. Dominantly Exodia stack. 30 kills in total, 21 of them on the right side. GG, I was the Winion. Well, gambling strategies aside, welcome back, everybody, into the Murky Cup playoffs, day number 2. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got Adventure scripted by Alpaca. On the right, it's Exodia stack. Baha's next beer is gonna have soap in it. I do need to. I do need a shower. Unless you have high rollers on both sides, it's more beneficial to not bet that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right, we are rolling into Cursed Hollow, map number 2 in this best of 5 series. We've got a Lucio Blaze Hanzo Sylvanas band away, so target ban onto Bish's Hanzo. Nice little respect ban right there early on. What do we want to see here on the right to start things out for Exodia stack? Yo, Argy, what's up, bud? Good to see you. Hope you've been well. Congratulations on the wedding. I didn't get to congratulate you, but congratulations. I know it's been a while, but awesome. Y'all are a bunch of cutes. I can smell you from here. Go get that beer shower. I actually need to go buy beer after stream today. I ended up having a couple beers after stream yesterday with my neighbor, and then we watched a bit of the college football games and had a few more. And then I had D&D, and I was very useless in D&D. It don't stank. Oh, I do stank. Diablo might have on the left-hand side. We've got a Urel as well on the right. Not a bad start for the draft on either side. So, the 10 heroes we saw in the previous map are unavailable, so no Brightwing in this game, no Falstad, no Dahaka, so a lot of the globals are gone for Cursed Hollow. I am curious if there's any conversation around Abathur. This is a fantastic map for Abathur to macro and get a lot of lane pressure, and as I mentioned, with all the globals gone, there's nothing, not nothing, but it's a little bit more difficult to deal with him. Hammer and Uther, so we got a Hammer composition from Exodia stack, so just to protect the Hammer game. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a Chromie or a Mephisto band coming out from Exodia stack, because I would like to see Adventure scripted by Holpaka pick up the Mephisto or the Chromie just to have some artillery and poke onto the Sergeant Hammer. Just some artillery mage would be really good up against the artillery tank. Johanna band. I don't think that they were going to go into a Johanna. I think they're going to do main tank Uther. But the Johanna does offer up more protection for the hammer since you do have all that control with Condemn, the slows of the Punish. You've got Bless Shield as well. Falling Sword if needed, but I honestly, I'm leaning towards the direction. Oopsies, sorry, just breaking things on my desk. Sorry, a cable that was a little too short. I do. Jesus!
Quick! Change the channel!
Kitty, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that greatly. If you got raided over, welcome in, everybody. We are just getting into our second map of this best of 5 series for the Murky Cup tournament. My name's Bahamut, and thank you for the raid. I forgot that I made that a raid alert, and it scared the crap out of me. Oh, all right. I will never change the audio on that because it's just too funny. Thank you for summoning Zangief for all of us. Welcome in, raiders, and thank you again for thinking of us. If you don't know me, my name's Bahamut. I do a lot of casting for Heroes of the Storm and other games. We also scream at From Software games. Currently, we are screaming at Demon Souls on Friday. I was yelling about one of my new least favorite mechanics that I've encountered in a From Software game, in that when a boss grabs you, you lose an entire freaking level. That was tilting. That was tilting to see. Murky's gonna be grabbed to the right-hand side. That is a bounty. Vikings with Longboat Raid is a bounty if they go into it, but this is quite the draft from both sides. Hey, you know what? Murky Cup, we got Murky. La Blue Kitty, it's all because of you. We're getting a Murky because of your raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Without you, we wouldn't have Murky. Yeah, indeed, there is a small delay for the tournament since we are live with games. For competitive integrity... Have you considered not getting grabbed, though? Oh, all the time. All the time. I think, honestly, just losing the level tilted me, and then I was done for the day on it. As I said, I should have swapped to Street Fighter when that happened, but I didn't, and I kept trying to bash my face into a boss. What's new? Left side of the map, we've got Adventure scripted by Holpaka. Bish will be playing Your Maev. Holpaka will be Diablo. Down for Liv. Marielle is the Li Ming. We've got a Ren Stukov and an Olaf Balog and Eric in the most cute skin, the Lost Vikings, played by Dead Inside. Right side of the map, up in this best of 5 series for Murky Cup Playoffs quarterfinals, it is... Or no, semifinals. We'll look up later. Exodia stack. Hazuob's Hammer, Bad Benny, Arthas. We'll see a Yasu Uther, Kopin playing Urel, and the big bad Murky played by Dino. Alright, what do we got level 1 for Murky? It's going to be his fish stacks, or fishy deal. There we go, not fish stacks. Arthas is going to pick up the Eternal Hunger. Looks like we have a DC player. We got a Silver Touch Uther, Advanced Artillery on our Sergeant Hammer, as well as the Dauntless Urel, Naisha's Memento. Got the Spy Games for Eric at level 1. So after standing still for 3 seconds, Eric gains stealth, and his sight radius is increased by 75%. The stealth persists for 3 seconds after moving, and once removed, Eric gains 75% bonus attack damage for 6 seconds. Devil's Due on our Diablo. Black Soulstone increased the effects of regeneration globes and healing funnels by 2.25% per soul. And Li Ming picking up the Force Armor level 1. Stukov hasn't grabbed a level 1, but we'll take a look at that once he does. We're currently in a little bit of a pause, so we just pull away the map and everything that allows you all to gamble. Holy crap! 66,800 on Exodia stack. So, as we were talking about, metas to gamble, if you were to gamble on Adventure scripted by Holpaka, currently it is a 1 to 22 payout. So you can multiply your winnings by 22 if my gambling math is correct. I love the Mana Talent for Arthas over everything else, but the Eternal Hunger slaps. I'm assuming you're talking about the Eternal Hunger. Use Frostmourne Hungers on an enemy hero. Increase the mana it restores by 4 to a maximum of 40, and its damage by 4. This is also an uncapped quest, by the way. Never gamble against Hazu. You should have seen a couple weeks ago during one of the qualifiers. Oh my god. Exodia stack got bodied, and even Hazu was commenting. He's just like, we got farmed today. Like, Exodia stack had, like, a really, really bad qualifier. But then that was the only bad one they had, so. There is that. There was actually, not the last tournament, but it was, like, 1 or 2 tournaments ago. Basically, it was Exodia stack, but I think they were labeled as a different team name. They got knocked out super early in the tournament. Now, we are still in the upper bracket, so there's nothing to worry about. There's no eliminations this weekend. But if you do want to check out the entire bracket and who's where and who's been knocked down to the lower bracket, you can use exclamation bracket for all that to get yourself over to Liquipedia. Howling Blast. I'd say all 3 of Arthas's level 1s are pretty viable. It just depends on what you're going up against. Like, Rhyme's got its value. The Eternal Hunger has its value. As well as the Howling Blast. Level 1 is, you know, do you need some more CC for your team? Are you going to go into Shatter later on? Because Shatter's huge. Getting the ability to reduce armor by, I believe, 15 when you land the Howling Blast. And the level 1 questing talent gives you more opportunities to land said root or Howling Blast onto the enemies, especially when you're done with it, where you can root along the pathway. So there's definitely some synergies in the playstyle, but looks like Bad Betty wants to have more mana and more damage per stack. And as I mentioned, we're just waiting for this unpause to happen. So while usually we jump out of the game, but I think for this, we should be fine to be able to just delete the minimap for the time being. I can turn it back on once the game starts. And speaking of, it looks like the game is ready to go. You got a few more seconds to get your gambles in, as it looks like it is a big equal gamble between both sides. Last time I checked Maev's auto attack hits as much as Fan of Knives. I don't know about that. 151. Fan of Knives is 158. You are incorrect. You owe a sub to stream. Maev currently deals 151 damage. We round up on numbers in Heroes of the Storm. And Fan of Knives deals 158 currently. Sir, you are incorrect. You are wrong by 7. Them's the rules. Bandit makes them. Spack. Bonk. Alright, couple Viking deaths early on. Murky, as I mentioned, did go Fishy Deal level 1, so he'll be looking to kill units or enemy minions with his pufferfish right there. But missed by 7, how embarrassing, I know, right? How embarrassing. Add dogs to the rollers. I'm actually having hot dogs later today. Later today, I'm gonna have some hot dogs, and I'm gonna use the little weenie roller that Forget What lovingly sent me. Hammer sets up in bottom, taking a bit of poke damage from Li Ming. Murky gonna rotate into mid. It looks like Arthas chilling in top. Umbral bind onto Yasu. Overpower from Diablo's like, no. You want to be back over by your fort front gate, right? Don't worry. I'll help you out. So, with level 4s here. Whoa. Going in on Murky. And Dino goes down to the Fire Stomp. Fire Stomp coming through, takes him down. We do have Toxic Buildup, or Slime Time, excuse me, for our Murky. Oh, back in bottom lane, Li Ming still poking onto Hammer, and Uther, who does get hit with a Shadow Charge. No collision, the overpower is there, but no Lurking Arm to take him down. Low Blow was picked up at level 1 by our Stukov. Nothing else crazy to really note. With our level 4s coming through, Murky continues to heavily push into top lane. Viking trying to clear things out, but Dino just continuing to be a hazard in top. Also, if you can ever get IKEA mustard, it's awesome. I don't like mustard, unfortunately. I've tried so many different mustards, it's just not my jam. I don't know why. I really wish I could tell you. I've tried Grey Poupon, I've tried different, you know how like every brewery has their own stone ground mustard or whatever. I've tried a bunch. I don't care for it. I don't know why. Nice overpower into the Lurking Arm. Umbra Bind back into the Lurking Arm. Yasu's so very low, but they can't get the kill. I can't believe it. Yasu lives. Sergeant Hammer activates the siege tactics. And does have that hover siege level 7. Diablo gonna steal the vision away, but not really gonna do much other than get the vision. A little fire stomp out. Diablo did not go Soda Flame as the sacrificial soul level 4. Getting those collisions into the walls, yielding 10 more souls, as well as you get armor, right? Yes, you get armor. It's the devastating charge, which is armor reduction to the enemies. Because mustard isn't a jam. Yes, exactly. You're gonna have your dogs with mustard, relish, and fried onions. Enjoy. I'm a simple man. Just give me some ketchup or chili. But we're making chili dogs in September at some point. I'll be making the September stream schedule this weekend, and I'll post a bunch of stuff in Discord for movie night. I'm gonna make a bunch of Discord events for all the events. I think I've got like 90% of September already figured out. I gotta figure out when we're doing cooking stream, and I gotta figure out the exact date for the subathon. But it's gonna be late September when the multi-gifts give extra gifted subs for free. Because I feel like that'd be beneficial for everybody. You know, you gift 5 and Twitch gives a free one. I think that's fair for the subathon. Stun Avenging Wrath, and that's going to be a Viking going down. Second objective phase is up. It's on the left-hand side of the map. We do have 10 Talontiers coming up soon. Umbra Bind to pull Yasu back. We currently have that glaive glowing from Maiev. I think she's looking for an Umbra Bind on someone. I'm not 100% sure. No, that's just the baseline color of it. Wow. I thought she had the activation Umbra Bind on it. That's why it was glowing. But Yrel does go down. A Lurking Arm from Stukov. Li Ming looking for another reset. They'll find it off of Arthas. The Shadow Charge onto the Uther. But Hazuabs... No, they blink forward. I was going to say, Hazuabs had a concussive blast to maybe push them back, but this the advancement still. Yasu gets hit with a big Arcane Orb. Hammer throws down some Widow Mines. The BFG thrown back as well. Li Ming gets a reset. The Containment Disc on a Hammer. Lurking Arm underneath. There is a 1.5 second silence after the Lurking Arm, or the Containment Disc does expire. Uther Ghost Heals will be ending, and I can't believe it. A few kills go over to the side of Adventure, scripted by Hopaka. They want to make that map number 1 look like a fluke, and they managed to just shut down Yrel. They take the Apocalypse as well. Vikings did go Longboat Raid. Keep that in mind. That's a bounty. Murky with the March of the Murloc flank onto the enemies, and it doesn't really seem like many are concerned about this. Stukov, he's just... Oh, wait, no. He's got a massive shove. Divine Shield. Ren just pops as many heals as possible. Takes down the Murky. Containment Disc won't be enough because Arthas' Army of the Dead will take him down. Maiev looking to trade. Li Ming gonna try and get another reset here. Should be able to get off Bad Benny, but he is sustaining like nobody's business. Marielle is not gonna go down. They get the kill. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This Li Ming down for Liv is crazy good. Yo, Skulfy, good morning. How you doing, bud? Or good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. You know what's funny is I said mustard's not my jam, and I was like, I bet Twitch chat's gonna be like, mustard's not a jam though, Bahamut. And what's new? What's new? I can already predict my Twitch chat. Murky face checks a bush and goes down immediately. Boss in top lane to be grabbed. Hammer doesn't win games like it used to. Huh? Okay, sure. Overpower from Diablo into the Apocalypse. There's this curse coming out from the members of Adventure, scripted by Hopaka, as the boss will be pushing onto the fort in top lane. We do have a camp in mid and a bottom lane wave that's pretty good for Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Dead Inside currently on the right-hand side. Longboat Raid can be summoned here if the Vikings want to utilize it, but no, they're going to take these Vikings, spread them down to the lower half of the map, and will be able to get more siege. Divine Shield onto the Sergeant Hammer. She won't go down. Fan and Knives with the Elun's Wrath almost find the necessary damage, but no, they're going to blink over the wall, and they're going to look for more aggression. Murky Egg can be taken down here if he doesn't replace it. Actually, oh, there's Dino. Okay, I didn't see him on the map for a moment there. And funny enough, our blue squad, they're still kind of playing like there's a fort active. March of the Murlocs summoned. Zones a few enemies back. Diablo souls will be consumed, and this dive is looking a little sketchy right now. I will say this, though. The Vikings have pushed up. The Vikings are finding value elsewhere. So it's not all lost right here. Bad Benny should go down. That's a reset for Li Ming. And that's the end of that. All right, let's see what we have value-wise. The mid lane fort went down. Bottom lane keep front gate was pushed into, as well as the keep down to 50%. And I think we're looking at a boss here for the side of Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Happy to help. Glad. We share one brain cell. Twitch chat is an orange cat confirmed. Ah. I used to have an orange cat, and I absolutely adored him. He was an idiot. I loved Odin. Oh, let's take a look here. Murky really quickly. 14 stacks. I believe it's 8 per stack for bribe. Or 8 stacks per bribe. There we go. Little misplay from our Maiev right there. BFG won't be able to land any damage into the Maiev. She's still getting so low. Healing Pathogen to be spread to a few allies. We got 16 talent tier advantage. Hazuhab's getting chunked right there by a combination from this Li Ming. And bottom lane keep is going to be going down. Big slam from our boss right now, as this is going to be Diablo Shadow charging in onto Uther. Lands the other push, but doesn't get a collision. Umbra to pull back Maiev, or Yrel, sorry. March of the Murlocs to zone for a moment. Divine Shield just in time, as a combination from Li Ming did connect near Hammer, but as I mentioned, Divine Shield comes through. Longboat Raid was utilized right there by the Vikings. Hopaka doesn't have enough souls, gets a healing pathogen. Yrel will be able to take down Maiev. Dino should be able to take down the Lord of Terror. Gets the little safety bubble. And they'll take him down. That's a few souls for Diablo, and 20% off this core currently, as 16 talent tier is finally here. And that's the big turning point. Should be the big turning point for Exodia stack. Benediction's huge. You got Arthas with Frostmourne feeds. So we have the Frost Strike. Oh, wait, do we still have more going on? No, it was just a bit of a Viking shenanigans here. Overpower into a stun from Uther. The Lurking Arm down from Stukov. And Li Ming throws out an Arcane Orb. But reduce the Frostmourne Hunger cooldown by 2 seconds. Frostmourne Hunger also slows enemies by 50 for 1.5. And they increase the amount of basic attacks empowered by Frostmourne Hungers to 2. 25 stacks currently for Bad Benny. As I said, it's an uncapped quest. 37 regeneration globes for the Vikings. I do believe that's tracking correctly. Give me 1 second to just grab a Viking and double check it. Yes, it is. Sometimes this tracker doesn't catch for some weird reason for Vikings. Righteous Hammer to push around Maiev. And have that toxic buildup as well for Murky. He's got 19 stacks on his level 4 right there. And he's going to finish out the slime time. So now he's got the extra slow to 30%. Still have this objective contested, which is not bad for adventure scripted by Hopaka, since they do have Vikings pushing other lanes. March of the Murlocs, a Howling Blast. Diablo's giga dead, and he had 66 souls. He ain't coming back for the next 52 seconds. Hammer set up here with the Hover Siege, moving in for the bottom lane fort. Widowmines push forward. Arthas with the Army of the Dead on the left-hand side. Massive shove, but ends up hitting the sidewall there. I thought he was going to get pushed into the keep front gate. Unfortunately for Stukov, he's going to be taken down. Murky gets the Maiev. He's going to try and take down a Viking on the left-hand side. Will be able to do so. Li Ming looking for the reset, but Hammer comes through and gets the kill. And a lead starts to dwindle on the side of Adventure scripted by Holpaka. Exodia stack waking up in map number 2. They had a dominant map number 1 with a, it was like 21-9 in kills by the end of that. So very good for Exodia stack in map 1. But this map 2 is starting to look better and better for Adventure scripted by Holpaka. But this late game, 16 onward is really where Exodia stack are going to start popping off. Or at least they should be. Apparently I'm already done with a cup of tea. Alright. Just chug this bad boy down. Eric will not die. Murky. This is free souls for Diablo. And a free stack on Devastating Charge, so... Actually, he got a lot of souls. He got 10 from the kill, and he also got 10 from the sacrificial souls, so that was actually huge. An easy 20-ish souls for Diablo on a Murky kill. Can't be upset about that. 20s are here. We'll talk about those in a moment, because I think we have a fight breaking out around this boss. No, not actually. We got when push comes to shove, Repulsion, Hellgate, Fury of the Storm for the Vikings, and I believe that's Shadow Orb Huntress. Yes. Apocalypse activated. Seraphim from Urel utilized. Ultra Capacitors from Hazuops picked up. Murky level 20 is not grabbed. Is he going Big Kahuna Tuna? Is he going for March Infinite? Arthas has the upgrade on the Army of the Dead. Uther does go down. He's got Redemption. He's got that Golden Swirl, so he will respawn in this engagement. Needs to be careful of that positioning. As they dive onto the hammer, Divine Shield gets cast immediately. Yasu should get taken down right off of this respawn. Urel gonna try and get a kill into Li Ming, but can't find it. The curse does go out in favor of Exodia stack. The top lane keep has gone down. The boss is gonna be on core. We have Murky going Big Kahuna Tuna level 20. March the Murloc summoned in this engagement. That'll expire in just a moment. Murky does go down. One of Viking to be lost on the right as well. A containment disc onto Urel, as it looks like Diablo's trying to back away. Hammer boosting forward, pushed back by the Repulsion. Murky Egg is just chilling right over here. And Boss is going to take down the shielding. Going to get some damage onto the core here, but Maev and friends will be able to save this. Should be around 60-something%. 72, actually. Never mind. By the way, the Legion of Northrend is 3 additional ghouls are created. Ghouls deal 50% more damage and heal for an additional 50 for 5 seconds longer. And Exodia stack, they're just going core. The shielding has been taken down. All Vikings have been picked off here. Murky dead for the next 7 seconds. Keep in mind, he's got that really deep egg. Big Apocalypse from Diablo, that's humongous! Umbral Bind trying to pull the enemies into those lurking arm of Stukov, and Maev's getting some Fan and Ive resets. Unfortunately for Li Ming, she won't have any resets for a while. She does get taken down. Kopen trying to get out of here, but this Urel is going to fall on the left-hand side to Maev, as Murky now being harassed by Diablo, and actually it's quite the opposite. Murky gets the Divine Shield and takes down Diablo. The massive shove won't connect. And man, oh man, Diablo's gotta be a little I guess it's not that big of a deal. You did lose souls, but you know, you're back into it, and what's gonna be done here? Do we get boss bottom lane? It looks like it.
Blue team's core is under attack. Red team has destroyed a fort.
March up in 3 seconds. Murky could just throw this at the core, but I don't think it's gonna get much more than some of the shielding, actually, now that I realize it. Murky bribes the camp just above. Diablo goes in for the Shadow Charge. Number 1, number 2. That's 20 souls. 30 souls were just gained by Diablo. He went from 25 to 55. Nicely done. And I think that was very intended by Holpaka to purposefully land those Shadow Charge collisions before getting the kill, just to raise that soul count. Invade onto this camp will be scouted because the vision... not randomly, but happens to go over to the enemy side after that boss being grabbed, the Murky going down. Maev steals the camp. It's boss plus Siege Giants in bottom lane. Is this a game-winning push? 68 to 80% in our core HPs. Vikings are back at the core to defend a bit. Li Ming Arcane Orbs connecting into the Sergeant Hammer. Murky March of the Murlocs is available. I'm trying to find him on the minimap right now, and I think he's around for defenses. Oh, wait. Dino! Wait a minute, Diablo goes down! BFG coming through, and that does find a Viking kill. Boss is on core. Hammer's trying to get through that health bar, and they're committed to this end, but is this gonna work out? Containment disc onto Uther. Maev with some fan of knives, going in on the core. Li Ming, Arcane Orbs are connecting. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Have they done it? Can they do it? Can they do it? Yes, they can. It's a 1-1 score in this best of 5 series. GG, well played. Exodia stack. Looks like they're going to be thrown into the ocean by Weevil. Good morning, Yanthor. Or Yanthor's wife. Or Yanthor's cats. I posted an NSFW pick in Discord. Not safe for reading. Welcome back, everybody, into our best of 5 series. The left-hand side, it's going to be Adventure scripted by Hopaka here in the Murky Cup upper bracket semifinals. My name's Bahamut. We've got Adventure scripted by Hopaka versus Exodia stack. We're heading to Garden of Terror in map 3 of this best of 5 series. This is our first of 2 best of 5s today, and it's a 1-1 score. You'll love to see it because now we get more games. We're guaranteed 2 more maps in this best of 5 at least. Hopefully we go to a map number 5. That'd be really nice. That'd be really fun if we get a best of 5 that goes the distance. But we'll have to see if that can be the case. Until then, let's see what we got here. As a reminder, if you may be new to this tournament, heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 5 series. So the 20 heroes we have seen picked and played are unavailable for the rest of this drafts. The bans, of course, at the top of the screen do not add to that list. Looks like Shimada Bros banned out on the right. Abathur Lucio on the left. What are we going to start out with here on the right-hand side? Blaze. Okay. So the Murky bounty was not collected by Exodia stack, but they do get, Adventure scripted by Hopaka do get the Longboat Raid Vikings bounty stack, so nice for them. Johanna Sylvanas on the left-hand side. I am not too opposed to a Sylvanas for push potential on Garden of Terror. She's also great at soloing camps, clearing out waves, clearing out camps in lane as well, excuse me. Better phrasing needs to be found on that one. What else do we want to get before our mid-ban phase? Malfurion Blaze. Okay, so something like a Chromie could be a nice heads-up ban if Adventure scripted by Hopaka don't plan on taking the Chromie. Malfurion Chromie is a nice synergy, as well as the variant. Charge, taunt, root, blow them up. So I'd like to see that. As I said, unless Adventure scripted by Hopaka plan on taking the Chromie, maybe ban it away. Mephisto could be a nice ban here as well. He's got a lot of poke around the objective areas. I feel like this should be just some sort of mage ban. Oh, really? They're going to get rid of the Vala. Okay. Don't want to deal with her sustained damage. I guess they're going to just target out Dino hero pool. So I don't think Hazu would be the one really playing Vala. Not that he can't. It's just that Dino's typically the ranged assassin player. So I would assume it's going to be him playing the Vala, and then probably Hazu maybe playing a mage. That's usually the setup that they have, and honestly, that's the setup that would work out pretty well. They could go into something like Greymane as well. Greymane's still up and available for Exodia stack if they want to look for the Worgen for the auto attack, and then they could still go for that mage burst as I mentioned. Gul'dan's been played already in this series. I'm trying to think of like other mages and stuff. I think Gul'dan's really the only mage we've had. Oh, Li Ming as well. Li Ming was played in the last map. That's right. Reset potential Li Ming was played last game. Alrighty. Johanna Sylvanas. Alright, so they'll flex this last pick. They could go for more bruiseriness and hypercarry Sylvanas. Like, they could go for a Thrall still, which is great for grabbing camps, good team fighting. They could still look at a Mage as well. So a really good flex in this last pick. I absolutely love the way that they drafted this on the side of Adventurers, scripted by Hopaka. And last on the right, as I said, probably an auto attacker and a Mage. That's what I'd like to see. Double Mage! I mean, Orphea does have auto attacks, but I mean, everyone has auto attacks, basically. How useful they are is the real question. Maybe Hazu and Dino are like, no, you take a mage. No, you take a mage. It's like, we'll both take a mage. Are we getting an old man healer? Yes, we are. We're getting my favorite healer in Heroes of the Storm, Deckard Cain. I love playing Deckard. Last pick on the left-hand side. What do they want to do into this double mage composition? Honestly, some shields like a Zarya would be amazing. They are going to go Chromie. Okay. I was thinking if you go Zarya for just more protection... Because the big thing with double mage compositions is you want to delete the target. That is the whole point of it. You got longer cooldowns for that big ability burst. But if you land all your abilities on that single target, that Varian or Blaze or Malfurion can set up for you, you can probably get the deletion. So this is going to be still single target deletion, but they're doubling down on the burst ability. We'll see if it works out. Let's get into game. Funny enough, I feel more awake today than I normally do, and I'm just going to ride that high. Oh, I think Ash Mantle might be still sleeping, so let me go ahead and get your gambles in, everybody! Here we go, map number 1. Nope. Map number 3 in our first best of 5 of the day. Marielle is going to be playing your Chromie, Hopaka, Johanna, Ren, Deckard, Cain. Dead Inside will be dead all around with Leoric. And last but not least, we'll be seeing Bish on Sylvanas. Right side of the map is Exodia stack. We got the side-saddled Hazuabs playing Jaina. This will be a Dino Orphea, Yasu on the Malfurion, Bad Benny playing Varian, and Copen on the Blaze. Go ahead and jump into mid lane. Looks like we had a small little pause, but if you want to just see the level 1s and stuff, there you go. Looks like the readies are already out, so we don't need to actually have the tab screen. There we go.
5, 4.
All right, let's get a nice big gamble on this one. Map number 3 in our best of 5 series. And as you know, you got a win by 2 and a best of 5. Win by 3, sorry. So we're still guaranteed one more map after this. Hopefully it's not the last in the series, because these are some fantastic players. Of course, we have the upper bracket final coming up next. Winner of that will be going into the grand finals for next weekend on Sunday for the best of 7 series. They get to sit back and watch all the other best of 5s. Next weekend, Saturday, will be 2 best of 5s, and then Sunday will be 1 best of 5 and a best of 7 grand finals. Deckard came with the Sapphire level 1, increases the slow from 30% to from 35% to 65%. The Orc with the Consume Vitality level 1. Oftentimes we do see Ghastly Reach at level 4 for this, but I think with Cursed Hollow, or not Cursed Hollow, sorry, Garden of Terror, I do still think it is going to be your Neil Peasants on level 4. Chromie, of course, gets her talents early because of her trait. She'll go ahead, Horror Anomaly, Dino getting caught, rooted, is he booted? One more auto, and Chromie finds it with the Sandblast. Yasu almost goes down. I saw triple digits health for just a moment, but he will not be picked off, and this will be camp on the left to be grabbed. First Blood goes over to the side of an adventure scripted by Hopaka if that does sway your gambles. Alrighty. So camps grabbed around the map, or if you're working on this one, we'll see Siege Giants and a Brewster camp still available on the opposing sides. Our seeds will be spawning, first one of the game. Objective phasing on Garden of Terror is earlier than the other maps, much like Braxis or Dragonshire, as well as Blackheart's Bay. Early objective timer spawns. Wow, we got big gambles. Nicely done, chat. I've still got some time if you feel like adding in some more channel points, as Copen may get discovered here. A nice handful of damage into his health bar. Is forced to tap well. No big deal on that. Objective phases spawn. Hazu clearing out bottom. Chromie landing a few sand blasts. She did go into once again the first time. And in top lane, Black Arrows were activated. Leoric is going to try and Wraithwalk out of this. Is there a potion from Decker Kane? There is, but the Drain Hope is not going to be enough, and Leoric will hope that he can drain enough health to live, and he won't be able to. 1 for 1 in kills so far. Johanna chunked a little bit of mid lane. Almost going to go down, but has the fort front gate to save for safety. And actually, it's Sylvanas stepping up right now. Haunting Wave thrown back, teleport activated, and she won't be grabbed. Or ganked. Let's see, we have camp over here on the right. Gonna look for the invade onto this. I mean, there's so many enemies around. Blaze and Orphea do need to back away. Dino dives in with a Shadow Waltz. Copen getting really low. Not a whole lot of mana on this Blaze right now. It's Leoric to go down first, and I can't believe it. The camp invade is going so south for Adventure scripted by Holpaka. They'll lose the Leoric. They'll lose the Deckard Cain. And Johanna activates Iron Skin to be able to run on out of this engagement, but I do think... Oh, and they're still looking for Bish here. Taunt from Varian's available. Root from Malfurion. Good night, Sylvanas. And 1 out of 3 seeds over to the side of Exodia stack. Okay, wow. I can't believe it. By the way, we were talking about Wallace and Gromit yesterday on stream. Apparently, there's a new Wallace and Gromit movie being worked on. I assume, actually, it's probably almost done, because the thing I read was that there's a new Wallace and Gromit movie coming out sometime late this year on Netflix. And I'm like, hell yes. I have been itching for a new Wallace and Gromit movie for ages. I mean, the last one we had was Curse of the Were-Rabbit, I think, right? And that was like a long time ago. Granted, it's stop motion animation, so that those always take a long time to animate and do and edit. Mostly to actually film, because the tediousness of moving an arm takes like a week. No Entomb or anything like that from Leoric. Just throws the drain onto Bad Benny. Chromie trying to look for more Sandblasts. Johanna delaying out the objective phase a little bit here. Maybe another Shield Glare. No, has to activate the Iron Skin. Gets the Condemn. Subdue was picked up at level 4, but no sub done. All right, we got a nice big gamble. Thank you, everybody, for participating in our Twitch prediction here. And Jaina goes down in bottom lane. A little late on the rotation, sorry. 2 to 4 in kills. Wait a second. Taunt from Varian. Root from Malfurion, but the Iron Skin activates. Condemn from Johanna. Punish slow, but Orphea, they're just trying to put damage into Holpaka. Unfortunately, potions are all abound. Crushing Jaws avoided by the double back. Holpaka's definitely dead here. Can they get any sort of counter kill? Yasuo low. No. Stay a while and listen's going to come out a little too late, and Orphea is behind all this. Ren cancels that early. Picks up a potion, throws down the Scroll of Sealing, as well as that Herodric Cube with the Emerald applied. But just, man, they can't capitalize, and everything is falling apart on the side of Adventure scripted by Holpaka, as this will be your Sylvanas Banshee Queen Hearthing out for full, and we have another seed spawning in the center of the map. This could be Garden Terror to the side of Exodia stack. I made the joke that Weevil threw the Exodia stack into the ocean, but it looks like Joey Wheeler dived in and got all the cards. And yes, that did happen. Joey Wheeler jumped off a cruise ship to go find 5 cards in the ocean at night. Fucking Joey Wheeler, dude. Always ready for more Wallace and Gromit, dude, for real. Temporal loop on to Copen. No bunker available. Actually calls it down afterwards. Orphea goes down first. Sylvanas to be traded. Entomb from Leoric will be summoned out of the ground, but no one inside. The Wraith walk through a few enemies to try and back away. Or actually, I lost where he was going anyways. Down for Liv is currently being harassed by Bad Benny, who I think knows the time trap's in that bush. Hazuabs should get picked off, but he's getting healed up quite a bit by Yasu. Currently just looking at Down for Liv. Gonna try and get away from that Varian, who did try and get a last little bit of damage, but Bad Benny took a tower shot, has to mount up. He's in the jungle of the enemy, and he's got no good retreat path right now. Tower shot, does get the dismount. Bad Benny, goodbye. Oh, level 4 is Paralyzing Rage for Leoric, and that increases his skeletal swing by 20% up to 60. Baseline being 40. Entomb in top lane, on to Copen. Level 10 for Sylvanas is Wailing Arrow, but it's on a 22-second cooldown still. And a couple late game, I guess mid-game kills to rally the experience of Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Joey Wheeler would do anything except get a job to get the money for his sister's surgery. Well, didn't his sister need, like, a stupid amount of money for her freaking eyes? Yugi, my sister's eyes! Didn't, like, they need, like, $500,000 or something crazy? Like, I don't think it's just Joey Wheeler, go get a job. I think it might be more than that. Alright, we got our 13 talents here fight. The Crushing Jaws, the Entomb, the Stay While and Listen. Tranquility from Malfurion activated. Chromie almost going to go down, but Leoric was picked off. Alpaca split from the team, trying to back away. The dive on the old man will yield a kill, and Johanna picked off as well. Dino will be traded. Jane is done with her level or baseline. Bish will get hit by a Moonfire of Malfurion, and Down for Liv. Throwing in some Sandblasts here, but I don't think this Chromie wants to sacrifice her health bar. Dead inside. Wait, the respawn on Leoric. Where are we going, bud? Oh, he's fine. They're focusing on the fort.
Red team has destroyed a fort. That seed is ready for gathering. I suggest you do it now.
Elder Abuse. Yeah, we need, like, I wish this game still got skins. Because we could have, like, Retirement Home Deckard Cain, and when he dies, like a handful of Werther's Originals falls out of his pocket. A bunch of hard candy falls out of his pocket. Okay, anyways, we have the bunker down from Blaze. Johanna gets picked off immediately. Sylvanas gonna try and trade. She gets the Haunting Wave back to safety. Stay well and listen from Deckard Cain onto 3 enemies as Chromie now throws down some Sandblast. But this Garden Terror phase is looking really good for Exodia stack. Leoric's managing top. Mid lane will be cleared out, but the fort should still go down. Bottom lane pushed up by Dino. And it's still looking like decent siege to be achieved by the side of Exodia stack. The car wash won't give me health insurance for another 6 months, Yug. Well, this is America, and so Joey Wheeler could not get health insurance for his sister by working a job. His sister would have to be the one who gets the job, because this is America. I dressed up my weenies for Discord as they apparently did not like the uncensored weenie pic. Wait, what? Was there an issue in Discord with your weenies? Crushing Jaws. Currently have Garden Terror and bottom still pushing up right now. I knew it would get bottom lane fort, but I didn't realize it was going to push this heavily through the lane. Varian charges in. Dino really low. Almost goes down the bless you from the Johanna. They want to dive onto Dino, but the healing over time from Malfurion is really good. The bunker comes down from Blaze. Hopaka body block to Oblivion. A Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas gets a silence for a moment. She dives in. Bish trying to get some value, but I don't think he can. I think Bad Benny's going to run him down and will be able to do so. Varian finds the sustain, charge, and kill as now Hazuabs drops a Blizzard onto this fort. This keep is looking like it's going to fall, but there's no minion wave available, so they got to cycle through. changing targets for those tower shots, and got to be careful of Chromie's splash damage and Decker Kane for some sort of CC. Hazuab's getting hit with a temporal loop. He's going to be deleted, but manages to trade into the Chromie. Orphea now looking for Leoric, who's got the Ominous Wraith. Mobs up the Varian, but I think Leoric, he's going to be able to get a potion in time. Entomb onto Dino, the healing denial. Dino dashes through and back into the Entomb. That's a new one for me, honestly. Apparently you can Shadow Waltz out of an Entomb, but you also can Shadow Waltz back into it. Okay.
Another seed is about to sprout, heroes. Are you ready for it?
What a cleanse from Malfurion. That Bless Shield comes out, an immediate cleanse from Yasu right there. Wow, wait, Dino, I don't think he's going to be able to trade into this. The bunker's too far away, and a Shield Glare confirms the last bit of damage. No Entomb for 5 seconds, and a seed will spawn here on the right side of the map. Okay. 2 out of 3 to Adventure scripted by Hopaka. They still have a ways to go on this map, though. Still 2 forts to go through. Bottom lane does have some decent siege onto the keep front gate, but the siege giant should be cleared away. It looks like we'll just be having multiple camps grabbed. Next objective will be top center in a neutral position. I wonder if we'll just see Adventure scripted by Hopaka just try and close the gap for 20, or will they contest over this objective? It is a 9 kill difference, 9 to 18, favoring the side of Exodia stack. So I keep reading a message, get in my belly, and I keep thinking of fat bastard. Alright, so I think they're going to try and take down top lane fort. Yeah, Black Arrow's activated, Haunting Wave in, Possession to steal a few minions here. And yeah, that's an easy top lane fort to go down. Haunting Wave and such. We've got a minion wave pushing up, but of course Leoric is here to clear that out. 16s, of course, for both sides. 20 talented. Yeah, I think you give this objective and go for 20s, because during the team fight, during the objective, I would expect Exodia stack to trickle into 20s. So yeah, just back off, give that away. It's 1 out of 3 seeds to the enemy. No big deal. You push out your waves. You get some macro management in your hands, and yeah. Speaking of 20s, though, Fortified Bunker, Winter Mute. We'll see the... not Sentry. My god, I'm blanking on it. Serenity. Sorry, could not remember the word. Serenity now. And Orphea will be going into the Eldritch Conduit. Chromie already has her level 20 Piercing Sands. A little bit of an experience. Yeah, the Exodia stack, they're fishing for somebody here. And it looks like actually Sylvanas gets caught out in bottom lane. My bad, I missed that. I didn't catch her on the minimap being so far out.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
That's the joke. Get in my belly. Stay on listen with respect the elderly, buried alive, piercing sands, bolt of the storm, a little bit of NA lag, sorry. Johanna's holding level 20. What are we looking at? Indestructible? Maybe? Illidan should be immune to blinds. Well, everyone knows Illidan uses echolocation,
Gather the seed.
and the blinds also, they put a ringing in his ear, so he actually can't echolocate. That's a bit of made up lore that doesn't actually exist. They are checking bushes with Wraithwalk over here, just making sure the enemies aren't hiding. Yeah, I mean, literally, Illidan has a heroic that turns him into a giant bat.
Prepare to gather it.
Of course he uses echolocation. We actually, last night, before I went to bed, I was letting Bandit out, and it was like that twilight time up here. And it was right when the bats were out. Oh, dude, I love watching the bats at night. Speaking of, I still need to build a bat house on stream for all of you.
Let's not fight over it, hmm?
Obviously, this is probably not the best. Actually, this might be the best time for me to actually build it and get it out there. Right before winter. Condemned from the Johanna. She did go into Radiating Faith level 20. Malfurion with the Tranquility activated. Stay Well and Listen. Buried Alive. Everything being used here. Temporal Loop. And Dead Inside will fall. Leoric the first one to go down. Siege camps are pushing in through mid and bottom. And I think... Is this called the disengage? Hopaka's going to try and get this channel. Delayed once by Orphea. Leoric is getting vision on Bad Benny, who's looking for the flank. Bish still chilling in the bush on the right-hand side of our screen. Jumps out onto Yasuo immediately, trying to harass Malfurion. Does force him away. Haunting Wave to try and chase him down. Hazuab trying to come in to help. Meanwhile, on the north side, Chromie is open to dive, and so is Deckard Cain. He does go down. And it's all falling apart for Adventure scripted by Hopaka here. As Dino gets the channel, the double mage composition looks like it will be victorious, as the Garden Tears will be able to push in to this core area. Water Elemental, Winter Mute, goodbye Johanna. Leoric has respawned. He's going to try and take down Yasu. He will be able to trade, but I still think it's over. Meanwhile, over here, a little 1v1 between Bish and Dino. Haunting Wave, anything? Dino heals up, Bolt of the Storm! It's still over. It's still over. Sylvanas gets the moral victory, so does Leoric as well. But that is going to be map number 3 over to the side of Exodia Stack, who are up in this best of 5 series. All they have to do is win the next map to punch their ticket to the upper bracket final coming up next. And of course, if you're enjoying the stream, we are heavily pushing for subs. If we can get back into 300 subs, that'd be very nice today. If we can hit our sub goal, that's even better. So if you're enjoying the stream, if you're feeling generous, if you want to support the channel, there are you can subscribe at multiple different tiers, which do have discounts for multi-month. You also will be able to get discounts on batches of subs of 5. So if you gift 5 subs, you get $5 off. So instead of it being $30, I believe it's $25, like it used to be, basically. But either way, every little bit helps us out. And if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to subscribe, or at least drop a follow. But we'll go ahead and run on some ads and get ready for our next map. We'll see if Adventure Scripted by Hopaka can hang on and take us to a map 5, or will this be a Exodia Stack victory heading into the upper bracket final? Let's find out. Welcome back, everybody, into the Murky Cup. We are here in map number 4 of this best of 5 series. On the left-hand side, it's Adventure Scripted by Hopaka. On the right, it's going to be Exodia Stack. And we are looking at 40 heroes unavailable, as this is... No, 30 heroes unavailable, because we have had 3 maps so far, entering our 4th. So 30 of the 90 heroes in Heroes of the Storm are unavailable to play, as they have already been drafted, played, and etc. We've had a couple bounties attempted and gained so far today. Actually, only 1 bounty gained today. Bunch of bounties attempted, but they can't be repeated because of the pick-and-play draft style. On the left, it is your Adventure Scripted by Hopaka, who are trying to make this a 5-map series and trying to keep things alive in the upper bracket semi-final. On the right, it is Exodia Stack, looking to shut things down and just head over to the upper bracket finals coming up next. Another best of 5. We have 2 best of 5s today, and this is the first of said 2. So Garrosh will immediately be banned away. All right. Hero pools are starting to get smaller and smaller. Alterac Pass is quite a large map, and there are no globals. Right? Like, there's no Falstad, there's no Dahaka, there's no Brightwing. You do have Abathur, which is technically a global. Samuro could be. Illidan can be. So we'll see what goes on with all of that. Cho'Gall's still up and available. We had a lot of Cho'Gall bans yesterday, mostly just Cho. So maybe we can see a Cho'Gall today, but I believe both these teams have done the Cho'Gall bounty. Actually, so Cho'Gall bounty has not been claimed by Adventure Scripted by Hopaka, so they could go for it. I think Cho'Gall actually works decently on this map, but either way. Hanzo, and is it Genji again? I believe Junkrat's still up and available, so Junkrat's quite a nuisance on this map as well. So it's just, what evil do you not want to deal with? And they'll skip the ban. I'm sure they're communicating it in the Twitch, in the not the Twitch chat, in the draft chat. I'm sure they'll respectfully confirm this information to each other. And first pick Abathur. It is the logical decision here. Okay, so okay. There is a synergy with Abathur Cho'Gall, and you go Ultimate Evolution at level 10, so you get the clone, and then you, at level 16, you take the Volatile Mutation, and at level 20, you go for the Evolutionary Link. And there's actually some really, really cool interactions that can be had between Cho'Gall and the clone. Justing, Allura, and I tried to do this, but we kept winning too quickly with the Cho'Gall Abathur. Like, we couldn't actually get to level 20 because we kept winning too quickly in the game, so... We used to, if you did not know, there used to be a segment that we would do called Try This at Home, where Justin and I would go and do hero combinations, and we'd have a weekly video of how to do, like, synergies.
The wait is over.
How to do some synergies in Heroes of the Storm, and some of them were very good. We had one episode where it was please don't try this at home because we utterly failed on one thing. I think it was when we tried to do Planet Cracker with Falstad Hinterland's Blast, and we tried, the whole meme was to cross the streams, and that one did not work out at all. That one was a horrible, horrible option. What's up, Tan? Good to see you, bud. But either way, welcome in, everybody. I mean, I will say this. Adventure scripted by Hopaka do have a Cho'Gall setup. Will they go into it? I don't think so. I believe Anub'arak has been played. He was played on Blackheart's Bay because there was the cocoons in that game. So I was about to say Anub'arak would be fantastic here, and I'm surprised he doesn't have any pick or ban priority, but that makes sense because he's been played. I mean, but do you really want to go Cho'Gall into Vala with like Manticore and stuff? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm doubtful that we'll get the two-headed lad, but a man can dream and a man can hope. That's a bounty. I saw the Chen. I was like, are we gonna get a Lili with this as well? Chen Lili is a bounty. No talents needed. You just gotta draft and win with them. So one bounty attempted on the right. Now, Abathur Evolve Monstrosity is a bounty, but they've already completed that on the side of Adventure scripted by Hopaka. So they don't have a bounty available. Samuro Abathur works out, and Mal'Ganis coming through as well is not bad either. Night Rush is pretty good. I wonder if we get a Valkyrie Cassia? Because, like, Tyrael, Vala, Lili, Chen, they all have movement. I mean, fast feet, flying kick, vault, Tyrael with Eldruin's Might. I feel like this is a really good game to go into Valkyrie and go fishing for enemy heroes and then dive burst them. I think that's what I'd like to see from Adventure scripted by Hopaka, as Exodia stack rounds out their draft with a Hypercarry Vala. Technically, it's a Hypercarry Lili. But yeah, we'll have draft completed. 2 bruisers for Adventure scripted by Hopaka. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Or are you just throwing out random ideas and hoping they're sticking to the wall? Hey, good morning, Ash Mantle. Thank you very much, bud. All right, Twitch predictions ready to go. Can Adventure scripted by Hopaka take us to a map number 5, or is this going to be a Lili Chen victory for an Exodia stack and a 3-1 score going into the upper bracket final? We've got a Yasu, Lili, Dino, Vala, Bad Benny is your Tyrael, Hazuab's Chen, and Copen on your Malthael. For a second, I thought Hazuab's actually didn't have a base skin on, because Hazuab's always uses base skins. And for a second, I thought it was the master skin of Chen. It wasn't. Left side, Adventure Scripted by Hopaka, trying to keep this series alive and make that map 5 happen. We've got Marielle on the Abathur, the Pajamather. Ren, White Mane, Hopaka will be your Samuro. Bish on the Cassia, and Dead Inside playing that Mal'Ganis. It was a guess? Oh, okay. Let's see. Samuro's Way of Wind, level 1. Cassia with the Thunderstroke. We'll be seeing a pause, apparently, from one of the players. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this down. Oh, wow. Are we really? Z? Really? I can't believe there's a pause in a game. Oh, either way, let's take a look at these level 1s still. We got Dragon for Serpent Sidekick for our Lili, so Cloud Serpent no longer costs mana while Fast Feed is active. Its cooldown refreshes an additional 75% faster. Dino with the auto attack Creed of the Hunter. We've got On a Pale Horse from Malthael, so he's got 150% movement speed while he's mounted. Justice for All, which is the standard level 1 for Tyrael, or at least the most common, I'd say, for Tyrael. Increase the shield applied to allies by righteousness to 80% of the shield gained by Tyrael. Freshest Ingredients for our Chen, which is typically synergistic with the Deadly Strike at level 4. Pressurized Glands. We've also got the Pity the Frail. For every hero hit by Searing Lash, lower the cooldown of Inquisition by 1.5 seconds. Allies below 30% health receive 25% more healing from White Mane. And you also got that Way of the Wind, as I mentioned, and the Winged Guard for our Mal'Ganis. There we go. Countdown's back in. Twitch prediction still going. 49,600 and Adventure Scripted by Hopaka, 9.4 on your Exodia stack. And I wish they made a what skin? Forget what? Sorry, I don't know the name. Oh, Hopaka on the left-hand side here. Immediately getting the Abathur hat. Big ol' crit on Copen. Keep in mind, Copen has minus 20 armor. But Bad Benny steps up. Hopaka still has this Abathur hat. Pressurizing. Oh my god, they're getting so much damage. Hopaka, he's not able to steal away the cam, but he does get some harassment onto the enemies right there. Decent damage onto Bad Benny still. Abathur mine. Nah, he doesn't chase it any further. Vala and friends in bottom lane have opened up the keep front gate. Nicely done there. Whoa! Exodia stack at a rapid donation, or a large donation of channel points for them to win. Oh! I didn't realize that was the spelling of his name. I was like, who's Meg and Suk? Sorry, I completely whooshed. Good morning, Kel. Your Bucky's blanket is keeping me warm today. Hopaka! Multi-shot from Dino almost gets the kill onto Samuro, but man, Exodia stack, they are running it down on map number 4. I don't know how you could really do a Terran skin for Abathur. Like, I see what you mean, but I personally would not want Abathur to have a skin that completely changes him into a human Terran. Because Abathur's already more evolved and better than a human Terran. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Happy Sunday. Sunday before Labor Day. Oh, dude, the blanket has been so useful. The blankets, it's also, you know when you get a brand new blanket and it's just got like a fleece blanket, it's got that super softness to it? It still has that, so I'm just like, oh. So cozy, so warm. Oh, another invade onto this camp from Adventure Scripted by Hopaka. This time we do have some allies rotating in. Dead Inside on this Mal'Ganis, still just standing on the point. He's got the Abathur hat. Fending from Cassia. And now White Mane with the Zeal applied, healing up some allies around. The Night Rush onto Yasu. Objective phase is stalled out for the time being. Samuro currently being run down over here, but do they get this camp? They do finally steal away this camp. I can't believe it. Samuro's so giga dead. No! Oh my god, no way. No way. He's got Windwalk now. He just gets Windwalk off cooldown, pops it immediately, has that broken. No way! Holpaka, no! What? I think 5 HP was the lowest I saw that go. Oh my god. Instead of a hat, it's a blimp? No, please, no. Vault in. And they still don't kill him. They still don't get the kill. And channel on the objective from Chen and Lili. Samuro gonna try and get some counter channel time. Or no, he's gonna look to just pressure onto Hazuab's Chen. Channel delays for the time being. Vala vaults in. Hobaka has to use his wave the wind. Windwalk, sorry. To try and get away. Definitely dead this time. And they lose the objective. Dead inside. Ooh, I don't know about this rotation from our Mal'Ganis. I think he should be picked off. A Night Rush to try and get further away. Meanwhile, Whitemane is split from the team. Flying kick from Chen, looking for the body blocks. Here comes some Fell Claws from Mal'Ganis. Doesn't have a Night Rush for the time being. Blinds out from Lili, and Vala does get the kill. This is going to be a very low Cassia trying to get away. The Vala auto still raiding in, and this is going to be, all in all, a quadra kill. Samuro did respawn. But in total, it's 4 kills and the objective phase to the side of Exodia stack, who have already taken down the bottom lane fort. Mule was picked up at level 7 for Abathur, but the big thing is getting early game siege and confirming structures is massive up against Abathur compositions, and we're seeing that right here as they're hard committed to keeping bottom lane. Instead of Locust's conscripts, I'm already finding major flaws within this design. Hello, Reddit! I don't like this new skin. I can't tell the difference between minions and locusts. I mean, people complained about not being able to tell which model was in draft, and we used to have animated portraits with the skins, and now we don't. Because people can't manage to take their cursor and hover over an icon that they're unsure about. But let's just turn off all the animated portraits. Why not? Let's just turn off the one cool thing we have going in Heroes of the Storm draft. Alright, well, Keep Front Gate does go down. Bit of damage onto the Keep and bottom lane. Top lane pushed out, or pushed in, sorry. Thank you, Ashmantle, for the clip. Boss. Hazuab's looking for this in top. It's a Judgment, Jugs, Reign of Vengeance, Wandering Keg, and Last Rites, Heroics on the right-hand side. Go ahead and cycle through these other numbers here really quickly, as we do have 10s on the left about to come up. I don't think they're going to contest this boss, as it looks like they're busy managing lanes and grabbing camps. Dark Conversion Mal'Ganis. Ball Lightning for the Cassia. Scarlet Aegis on our Whitemane. Samuro, I'm assuming. Oh, no, he's going to go Blade Storm. We do have the ultimate evolution for Abathur. Chen Freshest Ingredients is done. Night Rush from Mal'Ganis onto Tyrael. Couple Fell Claws. Maybe going to use that stun onto Chen as he does Flying Kick in. Hazuab's getting chunked heavily here. The Jugs come out from Lili. Healing up quite effectively. Hopaka looking for a flank onto Bad Benny, or at least just trying to deny that disengaged route. The Ball Lightning from Cassia coming out. And it will not take down Bad Benny. It actually expires just before the final bounce would have killed. And this is a clone of Mal'Ganis that will be cleared away. The top lane fort should go down. Judgment from the Tyrael. Healing reduction, Last Rites. Goodbye, Mal'Ganis. And I'm not too sure about that call right there, because the rest of the team was kind of pushing mid. Most of the team was pushing mid, so I'm not too sure about that Mal'Ganis call to rotate back into the top lane wave and team fight. But it is what it is, and another objective phase will be spawning here in the next 10 seconds. So Samuro, by the way, Blade Storm was nerfed in the most recent patch. It had a cooldown reduction increase. So I believe it went from 25 to 30. And I can't remember if the damage went down. I think it's just the cooldown got increased. I don't think there's any changes onto the damage from it. Small nerf. But 13 talent tiers here. 5-1 in kills. It's looking good for Exodia stack. 184 stacks for Vala. And only Lily has died so far. Uh-oh. That is a real dead Cassia. Mal'Ganis with the Night Rush. The Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane. Not enough to save right there. Objective phase channeled currently on the top right. Mal'Ganis still chasing on Copen. Samuro's right here. Wind walks through. Judgment from the Tyrael. Cleansed by the Whitemane. Just a Dark Conversion. No! Dark Conversion. I think it was denied by some healing mitigation from Touch of Death. I think Touch of Death was active on Mal'Ganis there. Let's see. Does it show in his death recap at all? Dark Conversion. Yeah, I think it was affected by that. Bad Benny so very low. Doesn't go down. It's going to be the Cassia and Exodia stack. They are looking to shut down this series in map number 4. Wandering Keg. Does have bop damage. Does have a little bit of bop damage. Hazu with the spray at the end. And he's committed to siege with the team. Objective phase hasn't even spawned yet. Keep front gate has already been taken down. Bottom lane has a decent wave. Reaver minions tank a lot of damage. They have 50 physical armor. Vala vaults forward, wants to take out the mule. Does manage to do so with the multi-shot at the end. Chen with the enough to share. Big Fell Claws coming in for Mal'Ganis. That's going to be a clone of him as well. They're looking at Copen right now. Night Rush coming out as well. Objective phase pushing in top, at mid, and bottom. More Night Rushes. Big Rain of Vengeance from Vala. Currently have Dino clearing out the clone. Vaulting away to get to safety. The Whitemane does go down. Mal'Ganis with some Fell Claws. Judgment from the Tyrael. No Dark Conversion available. And Vala doesn't have Manticore, but she's chunking like she does. Oh my god, the Wandering Keg! To the face. As a dismount on Bish from Dino. Does have that hot pursuit active. Cassia turns around with a fend. Unfortunately, the ball lightning is all she can throw out, and I believe she should go down. Bad Benny, so very low, is going to get picked off. Can he get the explosion kill? No, he doesn't get any value from it, but the mid and bottom keep it gone down. Samuro will be taken out. This looks like Exodia stack might go for the speed run here on Alterac Pass, map number 4. They're going to confirm the third keep to make this a little bit easier to siege into the core. Samuro down for 12 seconds. Night Rush from Mal'Ganis, self-cleanse onto Malthael. He's got last rites available, I do believe. Applies it. Dark Conversion comes out, the Rain of Vengeance. And Malthael gets the double kill. This is looking like it's all done and dusted here in Alterac Pass, map number 4, in this semi-final matchup. GG will be had by the side of Exodia stack. They will move on into our upper bracket final coming up next here in the Murky Cup playoff day number 2. Oh, we lost more subs. Unfortunate. It has been an unfortunate day of losing subs. Weekend, really. But if you're feeling generous, if you're feeling like you enjoy the games, you enjoy the casting, you like to see more casting in the future, be sure to subscribe. All that good stuff. Every little bit helps us sustain this and bring you games. Otherwise, I can't. It's as simple as that. And subs are currently discounted in September. So definitely take a look if you can. Otherwise, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking. We're going to roll out some ads and get ready for the grid for the upper bracket final. Our second best of 5 of the day coming up in a few moments.